Let us begin the wonderful conversation that Sri Ramakrishna is having with the devotees. But let us begin with this mantra. Tabu kathamritam tapta jivanam kabhi bhi riritam kalmashapaham Sravana Mangalam Sri Madatatam Bhubi Grinanti E Bhurida Janaha. The conception of Amrita, there is a nectar, as if as a drink that we can drink and become immortal. But in reality, this is the ideology. As a theory, as a practice in life, people become completely free from the bondage, the attachment of this physical body. So this is the beauty of this book. It has been recorded. Whenever it happened, the conversation, immediately it was recorded, and then it was printed, and it was published before those who were present. And today we will be reading from the page 383 of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the Master and his injured arm. That is the chapter. And it was Saturday, February 2nd, 1884, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna had been conversing with the devotees. One day, while going toward the pine grove, Sri Ramakrishna had fallen near the railing and dislocated a bone in his left arm. And he was in a very exalted mood, ecstatic mood at the time, and no one had been with him. And now Sri Ramakrishna is talking about that. Mahimma, a devotee has come, Sri Ramakrishna is telling him, well, if I am the machine and God is its operator, then why should this have happened to me? Sri Ramakrishna is asking that devotee. I depend on God, I am the machine, I don't do anything except the behest, except the order of God. Then why it has happened to me? Now to answer this is a very wonderful thing, Sri Ramakrishna, the topic that he has brought forward. You call me as a holy man? Majority of the people, they think that a holy man means he will not have any type of suffering, he will be completely free, like this, like this. So, Sri Ramakrishna, who is the God himself, the incarnation, and he is telling this, he himself is pointing out, and then he is asking this question, and this is very, very important. If I am the machine and the God is the operator, I don't do anything. Even then, this thing has happened to me. So that is what he wanted to say. We can look at this from two different points. First is, if it is a human, from the point of view of the human, we can say that this is prarabdha karma phala. Prarabdha, the pre-accumulated works result. We know that Hindus, they believe karma phala. That whatever work you do, the result is coming to you, is bound to come. Swami Vivekananda, he said, good, good, bad, bad, none can skip the law. So like that, if we see in that, from that angle, there is a karma phala, but Sri Ramakrishna is an avatara. He is the God incarnate. He is God himself. He is not having any karma phala. He did nothing. As in the Bhagavad Gita, the 4th chapter, Sri Krishna is telling, I am taking the human form not because I am having any work, just to help the people to understand what is really religion, what is really spirituality. So that is, if that is the motive, then we cannot say this is because of the karma phala. Why then? The second it is said, when the God is taking the human form, he behaves just like human. And that is why it is so difficult to understand. Even the God Sri Ramchandra, he was crying for Sita, who was abducted by Ravana. And he was roaming here and there, crying for Sita, asking and begging and requesting help from different type of people. And Lakshmana, excited, Lakshmana, his brother, he told, brother, we should go over there, we should take the help of this, we should take the help of that. Then when he was going on giving suggestions to him, the one day Sri Ramachandra told Lakshmana, do you think I need any help? If I want, I can kill Ravana with my thumb. So that is the point. Because the God, when is taking the human form, he behaves just like human. As a human, what do you do? When you are in problem, we always contact our friends, our relatives, our well-wishers, and we talk to them. Can you please suggest me how to overcome this and that? God is also doing like that. Why? Can you please tell me why I have broken my hand? And it is so painful. I always depend on God, then why even to me it will happen? Like that. And third, we can say the devotee should know, even we are calling on God, depending on God, worshipping God, meditating on God, so this type of thing may happen. I remember one incident that happened in Andaman, that one gentleman, he lost his son, and because of that pain, his wife also died. So these two terrible things happened in his life. So he was thinking in a very bad mood. So suddenly he saw me. He was not known to me. But then he called me, can you please come, Swami? Then I went to his house, and he was a Punjabi, and he worshipped the Guru Granth Sahib for all through his life. He memorized so many verses of that Guru Granth Sahib. And this particular moment he lost faith. Then he was telling, Swami, I have worshipped this God of mine for all through my life with great faith. Even then this thing has happened to me. What is I should worship this, why should I? Shall I throw it? Then he was asking me. I told, why you are asking me? If you have lost complete faith on God, throw it. Well, you need not to take my permission to do that. When you are asking my permission, that means you still have the devotion to God. Do you remember the past lives? You don't. So obviously you do not know what you have done in your past life. This type of pain, suffering, maybe it was there for you waiting. Joy was also there. You had the company, love, affection of your wife for such a long time. You had your son too. And now for some time, he's an elderly person, so some time the God has taken away your wife, your son, to prove that this is the thing. Why don't you put your mind and soul 100% now to God? Okay, you gave me, I have also played, I have also enjoyed this human. Now, at the fag end of my life, I put my whole soul and mind to you. See how things will happen. So this way, that also, in a negative way, it comes to the positive. And we see in the life of Sri Krishna also. He was the God Supreme, himself the God. But even then he was defeated by Jayadratha. And he had to leave his own place, the Mathura, and had to go and make a separate place for him and his people, far away from Mathura, in Gujarat. Why God could kill him any moment, but when the God is taking the human form, they behave just like human. Ma Sharadamani Devi, she was working and dressing the vegetable and talking with people, sometimes worried about people, and talking as the ladies they do, and particularly in that village atmosphere circumstances she was doing. One lady came and observed, and then she told, Mother, when you used to come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, we used to see him constantly remembering God, and he is dancing, he is taking the name of God, talking about God. We don't find you in that. How come? Are you bound by Maya? Then the mother replied, what to do? I myself Mahamaya. I am that. Then I don't know. Of course, it is not explained whether that lady could understand the implication of the comment of the mother. Because the Mahamaya, she is playing this role. So obviously, so when Sri Ramakrishna is going on asking this question, though just a line, but it is very, very important. If I am the machine and God is its operator, then why should this happen to me? Then afterwards, the master was sitting on the couch and listening to the story of Mahimacharan pilgrimage. Of course, he has visited the long back, but many of the places. He was going on telling, I found a brahmachari in a garden in Benares. He said he had been living for 20 years but did not know its owner. You know, the rich people in those days, they used to have their garden, they have their different type of small cottages, so the holy people can come and stay. But this brahmachari never cared about where he is living. He was constantly thinking of God. So Mahima was impressed. He was telling that. And also, on my answering in the negative, he said, then you are a wandering holy man. He was asking, do you have any job? He was not very much aware about the worldly life. He knew that man should earn his livelihood by working, but Mahimna was a very rich man himself. Why should he work under someone? So when he asked, do you do any job? They said, no. Oh, then that means you are a holy man. These are the two things he could understand. So he said like that, but simple person. And another person about him, he was telling that I saw a sadhu on the bank of the Narmada in the southern side, and he repeated the Gayatri mentally. It so thrilled him that the hair on his body stood on end. So when he used to take the name of that Gayatri mantra, usually the Brahmins, they take that Gayatri mantra. It is the prayer to the sun god, the god of knowledge, god of light. And when he used to repeat that mantra, the hair on his body is to stand on end. And when he repeated the Gayatri and Om aloud, it thrilled those who sat near him. So he was impressed. He was telling the stories. Sri Ramakrishna was hearing, and slowly, a different mood came to the master. Then he was asking to the master Mahasaya, his disciple. The person who has recorded this, he was his disciple, Master Mahasaya. He told, what have you brought for me? I am hungry. This is the special, the characteristics that we find in Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Whenever he was about to lose his consciousness, he used to merge in the infinite, he used to go into samadhi to pull his mind down. He used to think about someone I must go and meet, or I should eat this, I should do that, to bring down his mind to that particular desire. And he was telling, what have you brought for me? And he saw the rakhal and he was very happy. I shall eat some jilabi, he was telling, Sri Ramakrishna. I shall drink some water. Look at it. So when he was telling like that, desire. Now we know why we are bound. Each and every one of us, the human being, are in reality divine. But still we do not understand this divinity. If we observe the movies, if we read the books and the reports that are published in the newspapers or TV, all the time people are doing so many varieties of things. News. From north to south and east and west, from every corner of the world, information is coming about the human being particularly. What news are there? All the time some people are having demand on these, or they are fighting with others, these and that is going on. Manifestation of the desire. At the back of the desire, ego. And ego is I want these. We want these. So this is the going on. So naturally for us, for every human being, everything is natural because this is normal. We see each and everyone is doing. I am also doing. But we do not understand, in reality we are divine. How we can understand that? When there will be no desire, completely free from the desire. So he was thinking with that way. Sri Ramakrishna was crying, "O Brahmamayi," Brahmamayi means Mother Kali, "O Mother, why hast thou done this to me? My arm is badly hurt." He is crying to the mother because he was having the pain. This is also a teaching. When we have some problem, we always go to some people for solace, for help. We never go to God. Why you have done this to me? Nobody did. Someone insulted me. Instead of going and complaining to others, if we go to the source, go to the mother and say, why this to me? That person insulted? No. You have done this. He has no right, no power to do this to me. I know that through that person you are making this to me. I am suffering. Oh mother, I am your son, I am your daughter, I am your child. Please don't do this to me. Sri Ramakrishna, through this is giving the teaching. How to pray, what to pray, whom to pray. Everything to the mother. The God himself is praying to mother, why you have broken my heart, and it is hurting. Just like a child goes to the mother and says, this thing happened to me and it is hurting. Start crying, the mother gives the solace. He is also doing like that. And he is asking the others, shall I be all right? They are also comforting him. Surely you will be quiet. Well again. Then the master again went into spiritual mood. And he said, two pictures side by side we see always in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. He is asking, he is praying to the mother, why this has happened to me? It is hurting. I am your son, I am your child. At the same time, when he is coming to this human mood, he is asking other humans, what do you think? Shall I be all right? So these are the two moods constantly going on. It's so difficult to really understand Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna, once again, his spiritual mood went high and he said, Om, Om, Om. Mother, what is this that I am saying? Om iti Brahma. We know from the Upanishad. Om iti Brahma. And the Brahman is the, we can say, the expression of the all-powerful, all-pervading consciousness. In the Veda, they say it is Brahman. And as because the ordinary people won't be able to understand, so the conception of God comes. In the philosophy, we are reading that, we are discussing about that. And here, Sri Ramakrishna, he chanted the mantra Om, Om, Om. And immediately, he never wanted to go into that particular mode. He is again bringing down his mind and praying to the Mother. What is this I am saying? Don't make me unconscious, Mother, with the knowledge of Brahman. Look at it. All through the life after life, the aspirants, the spiritual seekers, they are meditating, they are practicing so much of austerity only to reach over here, to realize Brahman, to understand Brahman. And when that is so easy for Sri Ramakrishna, he is refusing. Can you understand his spiritual height? Some of the people, they say, oh, Sri Ramakrishna is a human being and he was practicing sadhana, a little bit of realization. It happens to so many others also, easy like that. Can anyone refuse the knowledge of Brahman? He is refusing, as if it is given to him just like that. And he is refusing, and he is telling, don't make me unconscious. The moment the mind goes to the Brahman, that superconscious stage, then naturally you forget the existence of the world. Mother, with the knowledge, don't give me Brahmagyana. So can you imagine the status of Sri Ramakrishna? I am but thy child. This is the speciality. I am but thy child. I am easily worried and frightened. He is expressing indirectly when he was crying, when he was praying, why my hand is broken, asking other people, do you think it will be all right? Now he is telling, I like to behave like a child of God, a special path that Sri Ramakrishna asking us to follow. We know that in the Bhakti Sutra, in the Bhakti, the path, there are 5 approaches to God, because different 5 moods are there. So we can behave that I am the servant, God is the master. And God is the son, I am the parent, or I am the father and mother. And God is my lover, the beloved. Like these different type of moods is there. Sri Ramakrishna is introducing this. I am your child. We were reading in the last Sunday, the Vallabha Acharya, one of the Acharyas. He also belongs to the Vedanta, and of course, he is propagating the Vaishnava. And he said that God should be worshipped as Bala Gopala. His conception is Bala Gopala. God is Krishna. The supreme Purushottama is Krishna. And what type of Krishna? Baby Krishna. Is a Bala Gopala, baby Krishna. And then you feel affection. And that is the purest. You cannot ask anything from a baby, a child. The moment we think about the God, we go with a big list. Oh God, you are the supreme, you are powerful, please give me this, give me that. But when you talk to a baby, when you talk to a child, that is purest of the pure relation between the devotee and the God. The devotee is taking care of the God. That is the purest of the pure form. He introduced this, Vallabhacharya, and Sri Ramakrishna is just changing that position. I am the child, you are my parents. You are my father, you are my mother. Oh God, I do not know. What should I do? It is your responsibility. You have to take care of me. When a devotee becomes the child, he has no responsibility, nothing to perform, only two things: faith in the existence of the God as mother or father. The Jesus, the Western theory, father, God as father. In the Eastern, they say mother. Whatever. But if the God is my father, God is my mother, I am his child, I don't have any responsibility, it is his responsibility. We will find that Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I am easily worried and frightened. I want a mother, a million salutation to the knowledge of Brahman. Give it to those who seek it. O Anandamayi, O blissful mother, I want you. So this way he is having that prayer and he is telling that you should take care of me. Again he is saying to the Divine Mother, he is talking with the Divine Mother. What wrong have I done, Mother? Do I ever do anything? It is thou, Mother, who doest everything. I am the machine and thou art its operator. It's the hints that he is giving again and again. How to live? Can one live in that situation, that mental situation? I do nothing. I wait for the God's command. Only he can do or she can do, the devotee can do, who is not having an iota of ego. Even a 5-year-old boy, if the mother is telling, don't go over there, even then he will go. Why? Ego. I will go. Even the mother is telling, I will go. But a small baby on the lap of the mother, only depending on the mother, wherever the mother will take, it will go. The baby always, so the baby way, when we become the little child baby of the Divine Mother, I don't do anything, Mother, and baby is not having any ego. That is the unique way, complete eradication of the ego. Of course, the Dasha Bhava, the Mahavira, he was having tremendous power. Atulita Baladhamam. But even then, he was constantly having that idea that Sri Ramachandra is the master and I am the servant. Ego. You have to remove complete ego, then only you can do. But the baby form, I don't do anything. If you ask me to do, I will do. And the way you ask me to do, I will do. Everything depends on you. I am the machine. Rabindranath is also praying to God, make me your instrument and play. Amare koro tomar bina. Bina is a musical instrument. So make me the instrument in your hand. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, what wrong have I done, Mother? Do I do anything? Everything is done by you. I am the machine and thou art the operator. Again addressing, he is telling, do I weep because I am hard? He is explaining now. Do I weep because I am hard? No. I am angry because you have not protected me. Mother is supposed to be with me all the time. So he is telling, in a Bengali, in the Shama Shangit is there, the 2 lines, Ami oi khede, khed kori shama. Kheda means I repent, I cry because of this. What is that? You are my mother, you were with me, even then everything has been stolen. How it is possible? You are the mother of the universe, you know everything, you are supremely powerful. Even then, why it is happening to me? Does it mean that you are not protecting me? I'm afraid of that. I don't bother about the pain, physical pain that is happening. So this is a way of complaining to Mother. You should be present all the time, every time with me. So this he is telling Mother, this is the grief that sorely grieves my heart, that even with thee for Mother, and though I am wide awake, I am aware about your presence, there should be robbery in my house. So this is the translation of that song. It's a beautiful song. And that Shama Shangit, Shama means the goddess Kali, and to praise, this is the way. Sri Ramakrishna quoting 2 lines of that and telling, not that it is because of the pain I am crying, afraid that, have you left me? When the Jesus was carrying his own cross, and people were pelting on him the stones, it was terribly hot. And jokingly, oh, you are the king, they put that the thorns on his head. It was bleeding, terrible pain. So that time he said, oh my Father, why all these things to me? Whatever you are asking me to do, I am doing, then even then why should I have to suffer so much? So that is the way the Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I'm not crying for the physical pain. And he said, do I weep because I am hurt? No. Mother, this is the grief that sorely grieves my heart. Even though you thee for Mother, and though I am wide awake, there should be robbery in my house. Then the Master to the devotee, it will avail you nothing unless you realize Satchidananda. After all this, suddenly he comes to the point. The devotees who are assembled over there, he is telling them, it will avail you nothing unless you realize Satchidananda. There is nothing like discrimination and renunciation. Now this is where those who are the singers, they know. They will on different tune and suddenly will come on the bass. It's called Soma. They will come back to the Soma on the bass. Again they will go. Sri Ramakrishna is narrating so many ways and making people interested to listen to him, and suddenly come to that particular bass. And there he says, you have to realize God. In the Upanishad we find is asserting very strong way, you must realize your own soul in this life. Ihached abedid atasatyamasti. If you have realized your true nature, then you are blessed. Ihached abedid atasatyamasti. Nachit iha abedid mahati binasti. If you cannot realize God in this very life, there's a great, great loss. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna is telling. Since you have got the human life, don't waste it. We spend so much of time, but we do not think about God. We do not pray to God. We do not read about God. We do not eat prasada. When whatever we eat, if we eat, that it has been touched by the God, and I am eating only to keep this body so that I can serve God, so that I can remember God, I can pray to God only for that. So that way, complete devotion, Satchit Ananda. He was telling, I don't need Brahmagyana. Now he is telling, you have to realize your own self, and that is Satchit Ananda, that means Brahman. There is nothing like discrimination and renunciation. Vichara and Vairagya. These are the two words again and again comes in our Shastra. What are the paths? What one should do? Only two. Bichara. What is that bichara? Everything is moving. Everything is temporary. Why should I keep my mind on that? Because it will pass away. Rather, I will go and keep my mind on that which is permanent. So bichara of nitya, anitya, again and again, these two terms, these two words, it comes in the Indian philosophy. You have to understand these, which is permanent and which is temporary. So discrimination is this capacity. Majority of the people, we do not understand that. Most of the people, when you go and see the palaces, oh, this is the broken palace of that king. It was constructed on the so and so that time, and the name of the king was that, and their dynasty was this. We go on thinking. We don't remember that. Look at it. 100 years they ruled and they developed such a huge construction, and now they are nowhere. I sometimes tell that when we go to Delhi, it's called Red Fort, Lal Killa. This Lal Killa or Killa, that's a fort, that is the main thing in the Indian history. The Marathas, they came to capture that. Hundreds of them, they led their life, they could not capture. Then from Rajasthan, they also came, they also could not capture. So many people tried to capture that because anyone capturing that, controlling that, become the supreme ruler of India. And now, if you go, purchase a ticket, enter, and go around. Nobody is there to stop you. Anywhere in that you can go, you can see where the queens used to bathe, where the king used to sleep, where those people used to dine. All things are there. Anyone can go, anywhere inside. What does it mean? All that are temporary. Very, very temporary. Those who led their life for that, and they were thinking, this is my ultimate goal to capture this particular fort. Where are they? So this is called discrimination. Name, fame, power, nothing remains. We must remember, and that is called discrimination. And the moment we can understand that properly, it's called renunciation. I don't bother about that. I don't want that. Even if I am sitting under a tree, if I don't have a room, it doesn't matter. The Jesus also telling in a very poetical way, he is telling, even the birds have the nest, and the jackals have the holes, but the Son of God has no place to lie on. I don't have any place I can say that belongs to me. So that is the way, the discrimination and renunciation. And this is the extreme way of renunciation. But the renunciation means giving up the ego. This belongs to me and me alone and none else. So that should be given up. One must be restless for God, Ramakrishna is telling. If a son goes on asking for the share of the property, his parents consult with each other and give it to him, even though he is a minor. Sri Ramakrishna observed it. And if the son is going on praying to the father and pestering, give me my portion, so father will say, okay, now go away. Similarly, if we go again and again and again and again to God and say, I must get your property, that is the purity, that is the love, that is the unselfishness, that is the realization. These are the properties of God. Give me right now. I want it right now. Because you are my father, you are my mother, I have every right to claim. He will give it to you. Can you imagine? So this is the way. That means the prayer doesn't mean that you have to constantly fold your hand and do like that and the long Sanskrit chanting. This is just conversation. Conversation between a son and a father, son and a mother, and the son who is believing that this is my father sitting over here. He is alive, not that he is in the picture only, or in image, or in the sky. He is here. He is listening to me. And that is why Lord Jesus said, knock the door and it will be open unto you. The knocking the door means you have to go on praying, and prayer is possible when you have complete faith of the existence of God. So he says like this, since he has begotten us, surely we can claim our inheritance from him. He has given us the birth. So I have every right to claim. This is the wonderful way, the relationship between a man and God. He is my father. So why should I have to take the help of somebody else, the third party, the Purohita? He has to pray for me. He has to worship for me. That is the secondary thing. Why that man will come and he will utter some mantra and he will throw. This is the food I like to offer to my God. I cook, I offer, and I pray. Now please eat. After your eating, then only I can eat. Come and sit and eat. Then let me have my food. Then you go to rest. I'll also go. The wonderful relation. And that is exactly what Sri Ramakrishna is asking us to do. This is the beautiful relation, and we can say to him, reveal thyself to me, or I shall cut my throat with a knife. Is so eager, you must reveal to me. Then Sri Ramakrishna is telling how he used to pray. I used to pray to her in this way. The prayer, O Mother, O blissful one, reveal thyself to me, and thou must. Thou must. Look at it. The way he is demanding to God. And he is telling, again I would say to her, O Lord of the lowly, O Lord of the universe, surely I am not outside thy universe. I am bereft of knowledge. I am without discipline. I do not have devotion. I know nothing. Thou must be gracious and reveal thyself to me. Can you imagine the wonderful way God is teaching to pray? Now we are going on comparative religion and then the Vedanta, running here and there for the pilgrimage, reading so much a book. For what? Sri Ramakrishna's way is straight. Not that only Hindus can have this. Anyone, any path. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamaham. In the Bhagavad Gita, the God is promising any way, anywhere, anyone, in any manner, he is worshipping me. All is coming to me. Why? He knows everyone's heart. He is residing within the heart of each and every one. It doesn't matter if I am speaking in Roman. He knows it. Not that I have to speak only in Sanskrit. Never. So that is the way. Just talk. And this is the way. Whenever we are working, when we are working and talking with God, so I have been given this work I am doing, help me so that I can do it perfectly. That's all. That is the prayer. That is your puja. Not that you have to go and bathe and sit on the seat of a priest and all the time chanting the mantra. When the priest is doing that, is his business. But I am a laborer, I am working on the street. But whatever I am doing, I am going on talking with God. This is the job that you have given to me. I have learned it. Whatever I know, I am offering to you. You see that whatever I am doing must be perfect. With whom I am talking? With God. And when I am going on talking with God, what happens? My mind is with God. And when my mind is with God, what happens? I am in the constant company of the Holy One. Some people, they used to sing, Mirabai, she used to sing, and in the ecstasy she used to dance also. And Mirabai became a saint. But Tansen was also singing. He was also a very powerful singer. But most of his song was to please the king and the other people, not for God. So these two differences. The same song offered to the God, that gives a different height. Tansen is respected, Tansen is known, and Tansen is really worshipped by the singers, but not from on the same pedestal, same platform of Mirabai. Mirabai is a sadhika. People keep the photos of Mirabai in their shrine and worship. There's a different height. Same song. So this is the way Sri Ramakrishna is teaching us. Thus the Master taught the devotees how to pray. They were deeply touched. Tears filled Mahima Charan's eyes. Mahima Charan was crying listening to that. And Sri Ramakrishna, then in a static mood, he was singing, Cry to your mother, Shama, with a real cry. Dak dekhi mon dakar moto, kemon Shama thakte pare? Cry to your mother, Shama, with a real cry, oh mind. He is addressing his own mind. And how can she hold herself from you? How can Shama stay away? When a baby, when a child is crying, wherever may be the mother may be the head of the state, but she will come running to the baby, leaving aside all the responsibilities and the duties. The same way, if we can cry to the God, and he will come. Several devotees arrived from Shivpur, a place little away from the Dakshineshwar. And naturally, Sri Ramakrishna, seeing that the devotees are coming, he could not say that I don't like to talk now, I am tired. Once again, he sat for them talking. This is the special thing we should know. Those who are attached with the organization, we have built this temple, we have built this shrine, the asrama, the center. When the people are coming, we should be always very, very courteous. Those, the devotees, you are here. And the Swamis who are there must be very courteous. Why? They're coming to God, not to you. And this is not your house. You cannot refuse. You cannot say, no, I'm tired, go away. The door is closed. No, that cannot be. You should be. They are coming to God. Of course, the time is there. The midnight, if anybody is coming, we can say, sorry, come in the morning. But in the whole day time that you have announced, we must keep this. Why? Sri Ramakrishna is waiting for them. He has given the call. No one can come to God unless he is calling them. Call may be strong, call may be little low, but still the call reaching the heart, so the people are coming. Those who are coming, hearing the call of God, they are blessed. Seeing them, talking to them, serving them, helping them, I am getting my merits. God is happy that they are taking care of my devotees. When someone is coming, his disciples who is to stay over there, they is to give them water, they is to bring them over there, they is to offer sometimes the sweets and fruits, whatever they were there. So that way, with great joy when we are doing. Not that my public relation is developing, oh, this is, my name is this is my email ID, come let us exchange, and I am developing the big list of my friends. No, you are coming to God. I am a humble servant of this place. Sometimes some people here, they always ask, if any devotee is picking up the phone, they will ask, what is your name? And with great joy, they will tell, this is my name, that is the name. I told, no, you should not say. You say, I am a volunteer of this place. I am a volunteer serving this organization, whatever. So that way, slowly, we can remove the ego. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult. And if I can do some work, immediately ego starts coming. If somebody else is coming to do that work, immediately I'm feeling restless. Why he should come? This is a wrong thing. The practices should be this. And several devotees have come, and Sri Ramakrishna is telling them some of the essentials of the spiritual life. Essentials of the spiritual life. What are that? God alone is real, and all else illusory. The garden and its owner, God and his splendor, but people look at the garden only. How few seek out the owner. When you look at the world, we go to far, far places, spending thousands of dollars, and after coming back we give all the photos now in the Facebook and sharing that I went over there, I met this, I saw this, a beautiful this place, that place. And if you ask them, can you please donate $100 to a good work? I don't have that much money. Okay, I listen to you, I'll keep in mind, I'll see. Why I am telling this? Because we do not know all these things that God has made, that is okay. But when the God needs your service, that time we always are very, very calculative. Remember that wonderful story of Mahabharata. Arjuna and Duryodhana, they went to invite Sri Krishna. Most of the Indians, almost everyone, they remembered that story. And the answer of the god, Sri Krishna, he said, here, thousands of my soldiers, well, highly trained soldiers, and this side I alone, and that too, I am not take part in the war. I am not going to do anything. I will never pick up any weapon. Choose now. Whom he said? To Arjuna. The terrible examination we can understand. And he was examining his devotee. You love me, the God, or you love the world? Arjuna chose God. The little boy, he went to the Yoma, the king of death. And then Yoma was telling, I will give you all these wonderful things that not a human being has ever seen. Everything that I will give to you. Ima, Rama, Saratha, Saturja, Nahi Lambaniya, Manushyahi. The human being cannot have this. I will give all these beautiful celestial things to you. And the young boy, he said, what am I going to do with all this? Maybe they will be there for 1,000 years. But it is a limitation is there. I want knowledge. I want you. When another young gentleman, he went to see the Kali, Narendranath. How old he was? Very, very young. And when he went and saw the goddess Kali standing over there, he was not bewildered. And his mother was hungry, brothers were hungry, sisters were hungry. He needed a job, he needed money. But discrimination. There is no, I want you, mother, not your all this. And this is called true devotee. This understanding of this truth. So this is called the devotee. Then another gentleman is asking, sir, what is the way? That means how to realize God. Sri Ramakrishna said, discrimination between the real and the unreal. One should always discriminate to the effect that God alone is real and the world unreal. It's not false. It's not there, not like that. Unreal. It is there, but temporary. And one should pray with sincere longing. Now the gentleman is telling just like us, but sir, where is our leisure for these things? We have other things to do. We have time to do. But only about God, we don't have time. So that is, Sri Ramakrishna immediately is telling, he is not angry, but he is telling, those who have the time must meditate and worship. But those who cannot possibly do so must bow down wholeheartedly to God twice a day. Look at it. If you don't have time, sometimes some people really, they are so pressurized, they have to work so hard to earn just little livelihood. So what they will do, wholeheartedly, lovingly, if they are bowing down to God and praying, that will be sufficient. He abides in the hearts of all. The God is residing in the hearts of all. He knows that the worldly people have many things to do. What else is possible for them? All is vain unless you attain God and see Him. Ultimately, He is telling, but remember, all is vain unless you realize God and see Him. Another devotee, he told a unique word. That was the main topic of today. He said, sir, to see you is the same as to see God. To see you as the same to see God. The Jesus said, he who has seen the Son has seen the Father. Same way. When we look at Sri Ramakrishna, what we see? Completely ego-free personality. And tremendous knowledge about each and everything, about the past, the present and the future of every human being, everything. So these two qualities is impossible if he is not having that knowledge of God or the Son of God. So that is why this man, the moment he said, but Sri Ramakrishna, don't say like that, he is telling. We will come to that in our next class. He is telling because he don't like that people without knowing just, card. You just love me, you be with me, you follow. Not like that. Understand and develop. That is the spirituality. And majority of the people will only follow me, and that is slowly become a cult. Religion is, as Swami Vivekananda says, religion is a process that makes a brute unto man, man unto God. So this is gradual development of our mind and thinking process, and that is religion. Thank you very much. Next day we will discuss about this portion again. Let us conclude by offering our pranam to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Niranjanam nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavattaram Parameshamidyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namama. Om Shanti Shanti Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.